check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhauscher here with the first edition of Man Hour After Hours. That's right, guys. This is live, raw, uncut sports talk coming to you right here at youtube.com/Man Hour, or, of course, at facebook.com/Man Hour Sports. This is a much relaxed, much more chill version of the Man Hour. We'll have guests on. We can talk shit. We can do whatever I feel like doing because I am the CEO of Man Hour Sports. And tonight I'm going to tell you exactly why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the most dangerous team in the NFL. Decided to freeze on me. Imagine. Oh, come on, computer. You. All right. I don't know what's going on with the computer. I guess we'll just leave it with the old. We'll just leave it with the logo, I guess. But guys, this is live, raw, uncut, after hours, Man Hour sports talk here. We are going to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course. So if you guys are tuning in to the first time here, consider liking. Each and every comment here. We're here for about 30 minutes every Monday through Friday from 7 to 7:30 East Coast time. But of course, you can find the full hour to 2 hour show every Monday through Friday at facebook.com/Man Hour Sports or at youtube.com/Man Hour Sports, 2 p.m. East Coast time. That is where the bread and butter happens. But this is just the hangout section, guys. So with that being said, let me pull up the old Facebook page here, and I made this post last night. If you guys can see it, awesome. If not, let me know. I said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the most dangerous team in the NFC Playoffs. Hashtag Go Bucks. And 232 people. Let me click on that. 178 people was laughing at that. They're like, yeah, right. 40 of it just kind of. I really don't know what's going on with the computer, guys, but it's freezing and buffering now. That is my fault. I'll get that fixed next time. And then 2 of you were like, oh, really? So I got all these comments lined up. I clicked on all comments. So all 93 comments of there, guys, we are going to go through those 93 comments. Eugene Graves says, don't sleep on Patrick Mahomes. Eugene, you are absolutely correct. The Kansas City Chiefs are a very dangerous team in the playoffs moving forward. However, they're in the AFC, not the NFC. If we're talking about AFC, that might be a totally different thing. Hell, that might be the Pittsburgh Steelers moving forward. But then we got to think, we got to dig in deep a little deeper, and I failed to mention why I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the most dangerous team in the NFC playoffs. Guys, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you it nice and simple and plain as I can ask you. Does anybody have any doubt a NFC South team can win a playoff game? Nobody in their right mind is thinking that an NFC South team is going to make a playoff run. None whatsoever. So basically, the NFL said, you know what, Bucks, you won your division. Here's $100 million. Go out and spend it as you will. House money per se. And with that being said, what is better than house money? Free money. And house money is free money at the end of the day. You guys understand that, right? House money is free money. Money, 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 money. So when you're playing with free money and you have the opportunity of a life, whether it be the Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles, Giants can't move up. Whoever wins that 7th seed, the Packers, Lions, or Seahawks, they can't move up to a 5th seed. The 49ers have locked in their division. The who's the other team? Not the Eagles. Name's slipping my mind right now. Who was the other team? The 49ers, the Bucks. Oh, and no, that's the AFC. Man, who was the other team? Oh, the Vikings, right? All those teams have locked up their division. They cannot drop down to a 5th seed. So the Buccaneers are going to play the Cowboys or the Eagles. Everybody in their right mind is going to say, oh, the Cowboys are loaded. They're going to beat the Buccaneers. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL. They're going to beat the Bucs, right? That's why they're the most dangerous team. Everybody is sleeping on them. So Eugene Groves, you are definitely right, man. Do not sleep on Mahomes, because the Kansas City Chiefs will ultimately end up going to the Super Bowl. They are my Super Bowl pick. Patrick Casey chimes in here and says, you got that right when you have TB12. Guys, TB12, I am not a Tom Brady fan by any means, but I'm not really a hater either. I don't like his mannerisms, I guess I can say, right? But when you let Tom Brady into the playoffs, what, he's 7 for 10 in the Super Bowl, right? I mean, this man, I want to say kid, but he's a lot older than I am. This man lives in the playoffs. This is where he makes his money. Do you not sleep on tweet? Man, facts, homie. 100% facts. Joey Bentley chimes in and says, I think let me collect my thoughts here. He says, any team, anytime, anywhere can shock the world and win. It's all up for grabs this season. Yes. Is this not the most wide open NFL season ever, though, guys? I mean, let's look at the NFC alone. Did anybody think the Vikings were going to be a 12-win team? Did anybody think that the Green Bay Packers were not going to be in it? Did anybody think that the San Francisco 49ers were going to be battling for a number 1 seed going into Week 18? I mean, we kind of expected the Eagles to be there. We kind of expected the Cowboys to be there. But the Bucks, no. Vikings, no. Giants, definitely not. Micah says, do not sleep on the Niners. Yeah, man. So when I say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a dangerous team, it does not what I'm saying when they're dangerous, let's think of the Commanders last year. Did anybody truly think that the Washington Commanders, or at that time it was Washington football team, right? Did anybody truly think that the Washington football team and Taylor Heineke was going to go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers? What's that? No, I guess that was a couple years ago, right? Did anybody truly think that they were going to go toe-to-toe? Absolutely not. They were a dangerous team. They were playing with house money. What, they were 6-9 going into that? Maybe 7-10. Like, they were a losing record team. It was the NFC East least all season long, right? Now, guess what? It's the NFC South. So, yeah, I mean, this season is definitely up for grabs. Micah, do not sleep on the Niners yet. If the Niners make it past the first round, they are going to do Good work. And that's all they got to do is make it past the first round. I think they're a championship team. He said, and Jacksonville. So Nate Putman says Jacksonville is a dangerous team. Why do you keep freezing, computer? You're pissing me off. But, I don't know, my docking station or what. But nonetheless, yes, Jacksonville is a dangerous team too. If Jacksonville Jaguars get in, they're playing with house money too. Nobody expected them to be there. Hell, 4 weeks ago, when the Tennessee Titans had nothing but the division locked in, I said, hey, wait a second. Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars should just write off this season. Maybe they shouldn't even try to make a playoff push. And now they win and they're in. They win and they're in. WTF, mate. If the Jacksonville Jaguars make it into the AFC playoffs, which I think they will, they will be the most dangerous team in the AFC. Mark it down. Will they win a game? No. They will not. But when they play the Ravens in the first game, the Baltimore Ravens with the rusty Lamar Jackson got to go down to Florida and Jacksonville and play that hostile crowd. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne Jr., a rusty Lamar Jackson, that could be an upset in the making. 100% that could be an upset in the making. Do not get sleeped. Medrick, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name. He says, nah, it's between the 49ers and the Eagles. Now, those are two teams that are probably going to make Super Bowl runs, 100%. Eagles, probably not. Eagles are a sinking ship. They are the Olympia, which has been painted over and put Titanic on it, if you are into those conspiracy theories. But we digress from that. But the Eagles, I think the Eagles are done. They've lost 2 games in a row. They're probably going to lose this week as well. Drop down to the 5th seed. Play a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Well, watch out. 49ers, 100%. I do like the 49ers in the playoffs. Also like the Cowboys in the playoffs. James Hitt, he says, along with the Bucs, if they keep the game close till the 4th quarter. I mean, I guess you can say that about any team. As long as the team keeps it close in the fourth quarter, anything can happen. I'm not for sure where you're going with that comment, James, but hey. All right, guys, my computer keeps freezing on me, so give me 1 second. Let me unplug this little... Working with some house money. Are we working with house money now? Maybe we're... If things are better, hopefully. I don't know what's going on. Stop beeping at me. Damn docking stations. Damn technology. And then Patricia comes in and says, don't let them play the 49ers game. We'll run all over them. I mean, honestly, who hasn't really run over all over the Bucs? But the key word about the 49ers is, will CMC be healthy? Right? That's the main question with the 49ers is, will CMC healthy? I misspelled healthy, whatever. Ben Lee, top fan. Shout out to Ben Lee, man. I like that kid. Minnesota's this is the most dangerous team. Interesting. Okay, man, I could see you talking a little bit of Minnesota Vikings, but let's just be honest. After that shit show in freaking Lambeau Field last week, are you really prepared to say that the Vikings are dangerous, man? Come on, brother. Come on. And then these are the comments that I love the both. Daniel Deshaun Montezes. Stop smoking meth and come to reality. Never. Never will I come back down to reality. Don't touch, buddy. Kurt said someone lied. No one lied, Kurt. No one lied, my man. When you're playing with house money like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are right now, it is nothing but looking up, brother. Jeff Luca brings up a great point here. He says, could the Packers be the most dangerous team? You know what? If the Packers make it in, they're playing with house money too. Nobody expected the Packers to be worth anything after month of December, right? But they're 4-8 going into December. Now they're 8-8. They beat the Detroit Lions. They're at 9-8 going into a playoff berth. If the Packers make it in, they might be the most dangerous. They could be, because they are hot right now. You win 5 games in a row going into the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers and a young receiving corps that is hungry, starting to click, starting to like gel. Watch out. As my son decides to come out here and play with daddy. No, buddy, don't touch that. That's not cool. So, Jeff, Luca, I like that Packers. Jeff says, what a joke. One hit and the old man may be done. This is true, Jeff. This is 100% facts. If they are allowed to hit good old Tom Brady, they are 100% done. However, we've seen it before. You breathe on Tom Brady the wrong way, you are getting a 15-yard penalty. You swipe your hand across Tom Brady and it breezes across his face, it might hit him. You're getting a 15-yard penalty, especially in the playoffs. And not to make any light of any situation whatsoever, and things that happened last night in the Bills-Bengals game, there's going to be very extra precaution on those things, I think. Just moving forward. Darnell Coleman says, excuse me, what the fuck are you saying, LMAO? 34-0 49ers over the Buccaneers. Yeah, I mean, that was just a slacking. However, this is middle of the season game. Going across country, they had a West Coast trip, yada, yada, yada. It's tough. Eugene Graves coming back with the worst team in the playoffs. And that's exactly why they're the most dangerous. Everybody is overlooking them, Eugene. Everybody is overlooking them. Worst team in the playoffs. And I would give that up to the Minnesota Vikings, to be honest with you. They're probably the worst team in the playoffs. Especially since JJ should be suspended for the rest of the season. But hey, if you guys missed that, check out the clips over at youtube.com/manhour, or of course right here at facebook.com/manhour sports. I'll upload the clip probably tomorrow morning. Haven't decided yet. Since my team wasn't Commanders, I think William's saying, since my team was the Commanders, they are eliminated. Let's go whoever's playing Dallas. I think Tampa Bay Buccaneers is. That is spoken like a true Dallas Cowboys fan right there. I'm rooting against anybody that's playing the Cowboys. F the Cowboys. And then they got some going back and forth there. It says, your coach did Taylor Heineke wrong. They effed up. I think they did. Definitely think they did. Tampa Bay's Buccaneers offense is fire. Yes, Mike Evans is the GOAT right now. Mike Evans has 5 straight seasons of 1,000 yards receiving yards. That is freaking amazing, right? Guess you forgot about the 49ers. I did not. My man Chris Hill is like, yeah, not even close. So, guys, Chris Hill is a Lions fan. So, the Lions? So, I got to troll my man a little bit there. He says, yeah, no, not even close. The Buccaneers are not even close to being the best team. So the most dangerous team. So let me ask you guys this in a reasonable way. The most reasonable, straightforward way that I could possibly ask. When we think of a dangerous team, do we think of a team that is going to make a deep Super Bowl run, or a team that could possibly upset some other opponents, right? And that's kind of where I think we're at. Like, I think of a dangerous team as a team that could upset somebody. We're not expecting them to do anything, but they could. That's what makes them dangerous in the end. That is what makes them dangerous in the end. Man, guys, you guys really blew up this comments. And said they're really not. They're 1-4 versus winning teams. Meaning they beat the Cowboys, and I guess that's right. Shit, I didn't even realize that they're I mean, you only play 5 games versus winning teams. That's an easy ass schedule, right? Damn, that is tough. Lane Collins, very active over here on the Facebook page. Every time I see Lane, like her name pop up, it brings a smile to my face because she's always got some good insights, right? And she says, I suppose it could be determined by your definition of dangerous. I guess it could be like Russell Wilson dangerous. Man, what is wrong with my docking station? Come on, computer. Russ. Maybe today. And then Sarah Collins. Must be sisters, maybe. Lane Collins, Sarah Collins. That's hilarious. Frank says, no, San Francisco is the most dangerous. Nicholas, I see him popping in here a lot. What's dangerous is standing behind their old line. That is true. Their old line is terrible right now, but they're becoming healthy. I think Jensen's actually supposed to be healthy for the playoffs, if I remember correctly. And then, of course, you got some Freyers up for Damon there. I bet Brady is worried about the Giants. Brady would not play the Giants until the championship game if that were to happen. Right? Because the Giants would be, the 6th seed. Let's say 2 seed loses and 3 seed loses. The 6th seed would then play I think the only way they could possibly play is a championship game. And then that would be a heck of a game, wouldn't it? A 4 and a 6 seed in the Buccaneers and in the Giants. That would be dangerous. Is this a stupid joke? It is not a stupid joke. But he gets a laughy emoji. Matt says, not really. They're going against better teams first round and they're done. They are going against better teams. They will be underdogs going into this game. They will be this, and this, right? You can light up all the excuses that you want, but at the end of the day, you got Tom Brady. Number 2, you're at home. Number 3, it's a playoff game. Anything can happen. Everybody's 0-0, right? 0-0. Win and go home. Or win and go on. Lose and go home. It's all about getting hot at the right time in the NFL. If a team gets hot at a particular point, bada bing, bada boom, look at the Giants. I believe somebody just spoke about the Giants. I said, I bet you Brady's worried about the Giants. Yeah. You guys remember that year that the Giants did win this Super Bowl? They snuck into the playoffs at 8-8. They had to beat the Patriots the final week of the season to get into the playoffs. Just sneaking in. Got hot at the right time. Bada bing, bada boom. No more undefeated season, right? It's all about getting right at the hot time in the NFL. After what Brady did yesterday, I do believe it. Duncan, you are right, man. That was a fantastic showing between Brady and Mike Evans on Sunday. Ain't no real Bucs fans. They're all bandwagon hoppers. Wow. Okay, Woody. Wody? Is it Wody or Woody? He says there ain't no real Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. They're all bandwagoners. Wow. That's a tough statement there, man. And then Kevin says Tampa Bay and Minnesota will lose their first playoff games. And Josh follows up. It's going to be interesting to see both lose since they play each other. Josh, they will not play each other. Not play each other. Because they're both division winners, and therefore they couldn't play each other until the second round, which would be the divisional game. And Greg says, hold my beer, Aaron Rodgers says. I'll be right there. Absolutely right, guys. So, guys, if you let me know, how far do you guys think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can make it in this year's playoffs? I do think they are the most dangerous team right now in the NFC playoffs moving forward. This is a team that you don't want on. Not because the Bucs are some powerhouse juggernaut team. It's all playing with house money at the end of the day. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're playing with house money. They are dangerous. Look out for them. When they play the Cowboys in a couple weeks, the Cowboys are going to probably win, but it's going to be sloppy. 17-16, 17-18, that type of score. But guys, this is Man Hour After Hours with your man, Michael Buckcaster. Tomorrow, my man, BC will join me with the After Hours promoting their Chicago show. No, I lied. Yeah, tomorrow's BC. Thursday, we got my man Wayne G on. Normally on Tuesdays, we'll have Luke G. On Mondays, we got Chris from the Tennessee Titans. Big things happen, little things popping over here at the Man Hour, guys, as they say. See you tomorrow, 2 p.m. East Coast time at youtube.com/Man Hour Sports. Of course, at facebook.com, Man Hour Sports as well. And if you missed any part of the show whatsoever, you can watch the clips or download the podcast form at Spotify or iHeartRadio. See you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. East Coast time. We out.